Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to learn about how to get the Azure subscription for free. Like if you want to access the Azure, right, we have to go to the Azure portal and we have to subscribe for the free services which they used to give. And for that, we have to give the credit card information, right? But in this video, I'm explaining how we using the sandbox account or like that. There is a trick like Microsoft used to provide, and these all are official. Like without giving the credit card information, how we can access to the Azure portal, okay? And that will be if you will subscribe through the portal Azure, right? Which generally we used to do for the developing purpose or for learning purpose. Then there used to be a limit, right? For $200 they used to give, and on that we have to utilize within 30 days. But there is no time limit and there is no dollar limit. You can utilize as much as you want to. There will be no utilization cost, and there will be no time limit of 30 month and 1 year. This will be access for free, and like you will not have to provide any card information, either debit card or credit card. So all the services will be free for that. And if just follow the steps which I'm providing, just be consistent to that, and just do one each and every a step after other, so like you will not miss the things, right? And you will not get miss like sometime like your subscription can't work because of the proper step you didn't follow. So follow this, and all those things will be ethical, and all are from the official sites. Nothing will be unethical. So yeah, be sure that like we are not doing anything, that Microsoft is providing these services to us or for the developer. And like few of the person don't know, and they directly go into the free services, subscribe to that, and you try to use that. But instead of doing that, right, there is one shortcut which we can do for some time for our learning purpose and all those things. So we will try that thing. So let's go to the, suppose like let's go to the Microsoft official site, and we will see. If we will go over here, right, we can try it for free, but we have to many people have tried from here and they have to give the credit card information, right? So pay, there are two things for free, and for free you will get the limit of $200, uh, and for 30 days, right? This $200 will be in your account for 30 days. But the step which I am going to tell you, right, there will be no limit for either into the money or either into the days. You will get free access for all these services which they have mentioned over here, right? You can check from the see all panel. I'll attach this link as well, and you will get all these services for free for lifetime. So let's go to the Edge browser and try into the this private mode, okay? And just type over here Microsoft Learn, and once you will type this, you will get over here Microsoft Learning Path, okay? Once you will come over here, you will get many learning path. Like you want to learn Azure .NET, or what are the role you are, like you want to administrative, business users, data analyst, developer, DevOps engineer, whatever your if your level is beginner, you can try to learn. Simply it's a learn site or official documentation site. So in the search, right, just type host a web application, or just try to search this much, host a web application on Azure services, and go there. Once you will go there, just do start, okay? Once you will start this, you will get an introduction. Just go to next, okay? Once you will come here, okay, then you will get this deployment and all these step. Once you will go to the next, you will come here and you will get the sign in into activate sandbox. So basically this is an sandbox account which Microsoft provide us for the practice purpose. Like we can create Azure the applications or whatever the things which we want to practice, right? Onto the learn side, if you are learning, and parallelly we are supposed to uh, perform the hands on as well. For that they used to provide this, and for that what we have to do, just follow here, don't go into the portal or anything, just whatever the link they are providing over here, right, just follow that only. First go to the sign in into activate sandbox. So if you have Outlook account, that's fine. If don't, then just create one Outlook account. So I have created one Outlook account which I will use over here. uh, and if you don't have, then just click over create one, whatever the detail they will ask, just give and create one, which I have created, and I'll use that. If you want to, means there I have not given any alternate email ID, so that's why I have a 7 days to skip. I could skip this, for this is all for the learning purpose. uh, um, they are asking that sign in or sign out. Yeah, I want to be sign in, so that's fine. These all are purpose of the your two-way authentication. So once you will logged in, right, you will get over here to verify your account, which is part of their sign in again, like, so they are asking to assemble three rocks. I'll do that. So once it will be done that you are not human, like they used to do all captcha and the things, then they will check the sandbox availability for you, okay, and like check that your account is satisfying for that condition or not. So just try to use the account which you never sign up for the portal, means from the portal, then only it will work over here. So just this is the thing, like you have to like these are for the web development, right? If you want to learn that, then that's fine, but just ignore this part, because if you will click over Python, the below script which you will go to the settings, right, that is the part of that. But as of now, like this, see what happened over here, my sandbox has been created, right, and this is giving the time limit of 3 hour 59 minute, okay. But what the catch is over here, like I have 10 sandbox, total of the 10 sandbox for one day, and one sandbox is giving me time limit of 4 hours, okay. So if you will multiply 4 into 10, we have a 40 hours, but we have only 24 hours in a day. So sometime like one sandbox account is activated and you forgot the session, you might have to restart, then you can start with the two, then there will be parallelly two sandbox for you, right, and this might not work for you. So for that they have given 10 sandboxes, and like you can work over the 40 hours in a day, or sometime like you are two people, you are working on to same account, so all those for the testing purpose, while DevOps thing, ADO pipeline, all those things. So that's a part of another thing. But like if you look over here, right, for one day you will get up for the 40 hours, right. So you are getting 10 sandboxes, each sandboxes of 4 hours, and each and every day it will get renewed automatically. So you are getting daily for the free subscription, right. If you have a 24-hour and you are getting more than that, then that's the enough thing. So no, don't directly go after getting activated your sandbox, right, don't directly go into the portal.azure.com, because this will not work. You have to go to the Azure portal from here. So once you will click, this is the another link, right, learn.microsoft.com. Just type your uh, account over here. So once it got activated, right, you now you have access of the Azure portal. If you will look into this, right, you have the sandbox account right over here. If you will look into, if you switch into the directory, right, you will able to view like what are the, like I have current like sandbox, right? Microsoft learn sandbox account, and from there that directory I'm using this. I have not any subscription on this account, that's why it's not showing another account as well. So this is the thing. Now let's try to use the services of the Microsoft. Suppose like I have a SQL database, right? Over here I can create new SQL database as well as new Azure SQL uh, as well. So let's create one resources for the purpose. Like if you will say that you have not used any resources, just show the portal. So see, once you will click over the Azure SQL deployment, then you will get an option, right? There are so many options, like you want to create Azure SQL manage instance, virtual machine, or SQL database. So I want to create only database. So let's go to the single database. I don't want to create much bigger one as of now. So see, I have to create the I have to check the subscription. So this is my subscription and resource group, right? For each and everything we have a resource group on particular that billing used to happen, and these all are part of the billing thing. So in coming videos I will tell you how we can control the billing, what is resource group and all those things. So first, like, learn about this Microsoft account creation part or the subscription creation part. So just enter the DB name. So I'll give the YT coding KAKSHA. Okay, so this will be the DB name. Now we have to select the server. If we have server, right, that's fine. Like we can select, but I have not any server, so I have to create a server as well. So I'll create the server. I'll give this as well YT coding KA KSHA. So like you will get over here error, right? If you will choose, so what location, right? You don't choose the recommended location, because recommended location that might be under the policy which Microsoft Learn don't use to provide. So just go down and you will get the others location and choose US East US2. Okay, then your error will go. Now this part of the settings, like you want Azure authentication method or Azure SQL method. So I will choose SQL authentication method and I'll give the password over here, admin name, and I have to give the password as well. So I'll give that as well. Uh, I have created this. Now let's see, I have created one server, right? Now for the database detail, they are asking all those things, which just part of this review and create, just create it. Because on the detail part, right, how to establish this SQL database and all those things, we will discuss these all things in the separate video, like what is the database, how we can set up the networking, how we can set up the security. So just we are checking that our subscription, right, which we have tried through without any credit card and all those things, which is working correctly or not. So once you will done the setting successfully, you will select your resources. It will start getting deployed. So you can see that deployment is in progress, and this will start the resource check and all those things. So it will take some time, like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So I'll skip the video till that, and we will come back after that. Guys, our resource has been successfully deployed, right? We can see the deployment is complete, and we can check the deployment detail as well, like what are the checks they have done and all those means what are the means here you can check the database, right? It's SQL Server database, then the connection, and this is server. Okay, so we have created the server and one database, and one there is one default database which used to be there on every server, which is master. So these three things they have created. Now let's go to the resources. We come into the resource, and now we can see over here we have resources. We have access we can configure the access, and we can start the connection thing. If we want to use the database, right, SQL database on our local machine, we can download the Azure Data Studio. Or if we have SSMS also, it's fine, we can use from the SSMS as well. Just we have to go to the connection, we have to give the server name over here, and authentication which we have use the SQL Server authentication. We have to give the password and we have to connect, but for that also we have to do the settings. So as of now, like what we will do, we will do, we will open this into the query editor window over here only. So this is the network setting error. Let's come over here and do one thing. Go to the configure, and in networking, right, we have to give the selected network and we have to provide our client address, and just let's save it. Come over here. Let's go to the query editor. So now see, we are able to access this, right, query editor. Let's do one thing, like minimize it, and just check the table. We have not any table, right? dbo dot test underscore tab, right? Let's put id int, then name, and where here, and give the 20 250 character as of now. Let's run it. We can see that our table has been created. Now let's insert few records into this, and we'll try to check like this is working or not into the selector statement. So let's give 1 comma testing first record insert. Okay, let's delete this. Let's run it. Okay, so we have to give values as well. Okay, now give the selector statement. So we can see, right, we have one table which is DBO test, and in that we have recently inserted one record, and we can see that record. So this subscription, right, it's actually work, and like we can use if you'll come into the Microsoft Learn site, right, we now 3 hours 47 minutes has been left. So we are getting 4 hours for each sandbox, and 10 sandbox we will get in a day. We can utilize this if you want to if we'll utilize efficiently, and these all are from the learn. So yeah, these all are official. They used to provide for the learning purpose in their documentation, for the validating their document or performing the hands-on. You are getting this subscription. If you will go into the subscription detail as well over here, right, we have so each and every time we are selecting learn subscription, right, so it will go to their costing. It will not come to your account costing. And if you have any subscription from the switch directory, you can switch to that as well. So that's the basic, like if you have like subscribed and you have utilized $2,000, right, $200 which they used to give for the 30 days, and your 30 days has been crossed, so you can utilize this thing, and this will like help you a lot income, like according to the billing purpose. So this is one thing like which we have tried at the is SQL Server. Now let's go to the storage accounts, right? We have like we sometimes we have to use a storage account as well, that is ADLS, right? So let's create that a storage account as well and try to use that as well. So see, we have this subscription, right? If you want to create new, we can't create because we are activation code, right, which we use, which is learn. So that's not allow you to create a new resource group. So you have to use the learn resource group itself. Now let's keep the YT coding as a storage name, and we will deploy it to West US West primary, that is Azure Blob Storage Gen 2 standard, and review and create. So basically we are creating a ADLS Gen 2 services over here. Now let's create it. It's got successfully. It's now initializing. It will also take some minute, like 2 or 3 minutes to be deployed. Once it will get deployed, then like we can start utilizing. So we can track the process over here, like it's running, and now they have this window, and they are checking the progress of the deployment. So yes, our deployment has been completed. Now let's go to the resource. And this is our ADLS Gentos, basically blob storage, right? Or file share. We can use for the file share. We can store the file. We can store the table. We can store non-structured table, a structured table into the blob storage. So let's go to the blob services. We have containers. We can create different containers. Suppose like I'm creating a coding KAKSH coding kaksha as one container, and in that, like we have heard, right, many of Databricks things, like basically in Databricks we used to create so many labels. uh Wait, let me, so yeah. So this one is container, right? In this container, basically we can create a files, we can upload a file, we can give the access, all those things, right? In this container, we can provide that. So let's go to that. We can upload our file over here. Just click over that. If you have any file, you can upload that as well. Another thing, like how we can use this into our local machine, right? Or like if we want to open this in our local machine, that's also one thing which we used to go view. So let's go to the resources, and we have over here, right, open in Explorer. So there is a file explorer which you have to download. So just if you will click over, right, you open Azure Storage Explorer. If you have already installed, or if you have not installed, click over the below link. It will redirect you to the Microsoft site from where you can download the Azure Storage Explorer, which is basically this will store onto your local machine. This is like an application in your computer. So this is the interface of that application which will look like, and you can use this with the extension or anything. Like you can add multiple of extension, like here Azure Data Factory extension, right? You can merge your Azure Data Factory with the ADLS, and you can connect your file, you can sync it, and you in the cloud, right? Azure Data Studio, you can make a transformation of that, or you can use into the pipeline. So these all are key features. Just come into below, and here is download option. Just if your machine is window, you can use the window. If your machine is Mac OS, you can use OS. I think basically no one like using the Linux. If you are using Linux as well, they have the Linux file as well. So use from here. That's it. Like if you again, then if you will once you will install, if you click over here, it will open your Storage Explorer, which I have already installed. It will get opened now. See, the is opening, and also like you can check all the files which you have uploaded and all those things. So thanks for today.